Yo, what's going on? It's the JAMARI podcast, episode 3. I know that episode 2 was back around 5 months ago now in February. So it's been a really long time, but I just, have to say, sorry. I just kind of wanted to explain that I've been busy, didn't really feel like doing the podcast for a while, was focusing on other content for the main channel. But now I'm back, and I'm actually going to be with my new co-host. This is a guy who's been one of my best friends for my entire life. We went to elementary school, middle school, high school, college, all of that together. And we've just been friends for a really long time. Every time we have conversations, there are always things that I feel like would be really good for a podcast. So I thought I'd bring my dude Dave on to the podcast. So welcome to the new podcast.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Co-host, that's a big responsibility.
Yes, sir. Microphones are working. The microphones are hot.
We're back. They're surviving the heat.
Yeah, man. It got too hot up here or something, man. The microphones weren't working right.
Yeah, they weren't vibing with this.
So if we have any technical difficulties, I'm sorry about that.
I apologize.
But yeah, man. So we were just talking about last time, or like when we were trying to record this first time, that Dave's working at Amazon.
I am. Been there going on 4 months currently. It's had its ups and downs, but I'm still there at the moment. Eventually I'll try to move on and get a real career, but it's been somewhat of a good job for me so far. Lost a lot of weight, lost a lot of sweat, some tears, a little bit of blood.
But they're going to think you're like a big fat guy because you said I lost a lot of weight. Well, there's no video
large
component. I mean, he's a slender guy.
I was pushing 280. No. I mean, I lost some weight, but it's not like a crazy amount.
But it's been a chill job. I mean, it's a hard time right now.
Yeah, they've picked up. I mean, if you maybe coronavirus has hit you hard and your position wasn't available like I was anymore, I definitely suggest it. It's nothing that someone can't do. I believe everyone could do it if they really wanted to.
Well, it's much better pay, and to me it's a much better job than working at like Wendy's.
I would say so.
Like
yeah.
That. And you get paid probably what, like 1.5 times.
Yeah, they'll pay you good. They'll pay you good for the work you do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. If you've been driving anywhere else, I'd recommend it, honestly. I know we have a lot of bus drivers that came over from the school system. No, kids aren't really in school right now, only online, so they don't need the bus to get them to the actual facility.
Well, because I know a lot of people hate on Amazon right now, so I was asking him, like, how many stops would be allotted in one day?
I've had some heavy days that are close to 160 stops, just one by one. I've had some light days that are like 100 to 120 stops. Those are real easy. If I saw that on my itinerary in the morning, I would be happy. But I mean, yeah, there's hard days. There's easy days. There's, days you're going to feel like not wanting to do it. But I believe everyone could, push through if they really wanted to. Just like any other job, takes
exactly. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a decent gig. I know Amazon catches a lot of flack.
Oh, probably.
Or at least in the warehouse. Like, what is the warehouse like?
In the warehouse, I'm actually at one of the newer ones, so it looks nice. I mean, we don't really get to talk to them too much. They're already gone by the time I get there. But as far as I can tell, they treat them well. Pays good. Treat them well. Do your job, go home. I don't know.
Yeah, man. You got to be driving around down there sometimes in downtown Austin where all the homeless people are at.
At the old one, yeah, I definitely had my run-ins. It's changed, since we were younger. It used to be a whole different city compared to, what it looks like now. And I don't know, I'm not trying to be mean or diss on anyone, but it is different. It's not what it used to be.
Well, yeah, I don't really like it.
It's not the best. Could be better. We could do a whole lot better.
Well, when you go into the city of Austin, though, first of all, the service there is terrible.
It's not great. It's gone downhill.
Well, because we both lived in San Antonio for like almost 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
And the service there is fucking amazing.
it's phenomenal over there.
Everywhere you go. Oh, it froze. Oh, wait, no, it didn't.
You head an hour south. Mexican food's better. They got cooler dancing areas. If you
Prettier
like
women.
cumbias, they have got like it's on a whole different planet.
Yeah, they have prettier women there for sure. But I guess it doesn't matter right now because no one can even go outside.
Yeah, no one's really going on dates, I guess. Virtual. They're hopping on Tinder and stuff and Bumble. I might have to download Tinder.
Yeah, man, maybe. I don't know how people feel about that right now with all this stuff going on, but I guess people don't care, man. People want to get their freak on, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's how life goes, I guess. That's how this whole thing keeps going.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I saw that in some other countries they're like almost back to normal.
Yeah, like 100% almost.
Like they're doing normal shit, and then people don't need to wear masks.
They're not even wearing masks. I gotta wear a mask everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I forget my mask, and then I look like a douche because I'm not wearing a mask. And I just forgot it. All right. Sometimes I don't remember things. Sometimes I forget my keys. Sometimes I forget my wallet. Sometimes I forget my mask.
It's hard to remember, yeah, to be honest. But yeah, just crazy time right now, but it's good to be back on the podcast life. It's good to be back on this JAMARI podcast, which might get renamed.
A rename?
Yeah, it could get renamed. I mean, now that I have a co-host, it could get renamed. I don't know.
It's a large responsibility.
But yeah, it is. Like if I threw your name in there. But yeah, what else were we talking about before we got cut off by the computer?
I had have a list. I believe first on that list is coronavirus. The COVID-19.
Well, we were also talking about people microdosing drugs.
As far as Silicon Valley, yes. I believe that all of them do that. And they love it.
Well, I was saying we've known people that microdose mushrooms and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's how we started talking about it. We were saying, I told you, do you like Jeff Bezos?
Bezos is this certain character, I mean, I don't know the guy. I've never met him. But I would assume he would be a good guy. I would hope so. You're in charge of that much capital, that much assets. I would hope you have a good bone in your body. I could be wrong, I mean, there's evil people in the world.
Well, we were saying how it's fucking crazy that he literally doubled his net worth in the last 4 or 5 months. Like,
the house he's building is like something off a movie. It's on top of a cliff. I heard that they get tickets, the people that are working, and Jeff Bezos just pays them like it's nothing because, he wants people to build this house. So he covers all the construction workers' tickets that they get, all the fines. He's got them.
Jeff can do whatever he wants, man.
Yeah, he's got that fuck you money.
Oh, it's even beyond that. It's like, fuck the world, man.
He's got to be evil. There's got to be an evil bone to him.
Well, it's just crazy to me that he spent the first however many years, 55 years, however the fuck old he is, and he made that $500 billion.
Yeah.
And then just in 4 months, this fucker made $500 billion. That's how much people are using Amazon.
Yep. They've increased a lot since the virus. We've increased a lot, doing a lot more deliveries. I know during the holidays, it's going to get pretty crazy.
When I told Dave that within our lifetime, everything is going to be Amazon, whether it be you're going to have an Amazon car, you're going to wear Amazon clothes.
You can order it online. Little robot's going to bring it to you.
Little robot's going to bring it to you. I made a video about that one time. They were already testing out the robots for a long time. People started kicking that shit over, though.
I'm going to be replaced in about 10, 15 years. They're going to kick me to the side.
10 or 15 minutes? Damn.
It'll be quick, but they'll say,
He's working on the robots, man.
Can you work 24 hours? And I'll say, no. And the robot will say, I can.
Yes, it would be dope for a drone to fly to my house and drop off my package.
It would be cool. But I feel like a lot of people would, steal them. Just try to get packages.
That'd be crazy, just seeing packages flying around on drones. Holy shit. The future's definitely heading there, though.
We had a movie about 10 years ago where we were just all large, sitting in a chair. The chair drives us around.
WALL-E?
Yeah. That's where
That
we're
movie's the
headed.
shit, man. That movie's a warning from Disney.
They knew back
Bill
then.
Gates, man.
He made it. He said,
Bill
this
Gates.
This is what y'all aspire to be.
No, the other day I heard this song. It was like a rap song from some like super underground rapper, right? But it's from like 2012, and in the song he says something about like there's a pandemic, coronavirus.
He predicted it all. He knew. He knew the secrets.
There's got to be a time traveler out there.
I would like to think so. I mean, why not? We got all kinds of stuff. In the last 20 years, we went from not having TVs to having a whole computer in our pocket.
Well, have you watched Dark?
Dark?
Yeah, it's a Netflix series.
No, I have never seen Dark.
Dude, that would fuck your mind.
I would like to watch something like that. Like like Black Mirror type.
Yeah, I mean, you're the type of person that I know that shit would intrigue you. Because it's all about time travel.
Oh.
It's dope. It's super dope. I only finished maybe 2 seasons, maybe 1 season. I don't know if it was one long ass season and 2 seasons, but there's a lot more of it now. What
if we did have time travel, but we couldn't do anything important? We could just go back,
Well, yeah, in this show they don't.
We couldn't stop a war. We couldn't stop.
They're trying to stop small things.
Yeah.
I don't know
if I would want it then.
But they're like getting stuck in portals and shit. Like it's more. It's not like I want to go back to 1955 and they fucking push a button. It's more like I'm gonna jump into this portal and whatever the fuck happens. At least that's how I remember it. I'm sure. Maybe that's completely wrong. It's probably gonna be someone talking shit, but
that's not what the show's about.
From what I remember, the show was dope. Have you watched any shows recently or no?
Besides Black Mirror, when that was hot, I jumped on that one. But recently, no, nothing like that I've watched that have intrigued me beyond anything that Black Mirror's had done.
Well, I just watched all 8 seasons of Desperate Housewives. It was like 200 hours of Desperate Housewives.
I don't know if I can take that much Desperate Housewives.
That's a lot, man. That's like 10 days worth of 10 days straight worth of watching. I mean, I didn't watch it for 10 days, but that's like the amount of time I spent is literally could fill 10 days or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever even seen one.
Oh man, that show is so good. That show's so good. But I like shows like that. Actually, it's one of the only shows I like that style. But I think I could get into more chick shows. To be honest,
I've only had a handful of shows that I would say that I've watched from multiple hours. I know Dexter's one of them. If you've ever seen Dexter,
yeah,
that is my shit. He's crazy, but I mean,
you've seen all of Dexter?
All of it, multiple times.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's a cool show. It's crazy. It's unique. I don't know. Should I spoil it? Should I tell people what it's about? They should.
Just give people an overview, but don't spoil anything. Maybe.
He's
if it's within the first 5 episodes, you can spoil it.
He does bad things, I guess, to people that he thinks deserves it. And
he's basically a serial killer for bad people, right?
Right. Yeah. For anyone that he thinks, maybe they slipped through the system. Maybe they hit someone when they were driving drunk. They slipped through the system. They didn't have to serve any time. This Dexter character would probably intervene in their life. Maybe there's a pedophile or something that is down the street that slipped through the system as well. This Dexter's character is probably jumping into the situation sooner or later. I like it. It's a unique show.
Yeah, I remember that one. I mean, being like critically acclaimed and people really fucking with it.
The only thing I don't like about it is the ending.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you can't spoil it.
You have to find out on your own if you.
That type of show that I've seen like that. I've seen that show Monk.
I've seen a handful of those.
Monk goes hard. I've seen Psych. You used to watch Psych, right?
The
2 guys, the black guy and the white guy.
Yeah, Psych.
And then I've seen Seinfeld and.
The originals.
I've seen Louis C.K.'s show.
I've seen My Girl. I like that show. I don't really know if it's on Netflix, but
I think that sounds familiar, but I've never heard of it. But yeah, I mean, let us know your favorite.
I think it's
TV
New
show.
Girl.
Oh, New Girl. I watched
not my girl.
one time. I watched a couple seasons of that just to like impress this girl.
It's kind of the same, yeah. But I mean, I ended up liking it. I was like, yeah, this show's cool.
It was okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't stick with the girl, but I mean, the show is dope.
Didn't stick with the girl, yeah. But I watched it just for, dude. I had this same girl telling me, "Oh, that New Logic was fire." That's how you know a chick likes you, man. She starts trying to like the things you like.
She's trying to get in there. She's trying
Hey,
to
you see the Lakers won tonight?
Starts talking about things that
LeBron had 22 points.
Oh, LeBron.
LeBron had 22 points. So you haven't kept up with any basketball? The playoffs just started.
No, not necessarily. The Spurs didn't make it, did they?
Spurs didn't make it.
I'm gone then. Sorry, basketball.
Yeah, Spurs didn't make it. So Dave's gone.
Not watching any of it.
I don't really care who wins this year because finally the Golden State Warrior era is done. I fucking hated Golden State.
Yeah,
dude.
It was a weird era.
I fucking hated Golden State. Hated Kevin Durant. Hated Steph Curry. The only one I liked is Klay Thompson. Kevin, man, fuck Kevin Durant. Fuck the Longhorns too.
No, not the Longhorns.
Yeah, Longhorns can suck me, bro. Oh man, nah. UT's cool. But but yeah, man. I think that so you don't have a prediction for who's gonna win
for basketball?
Yeah.
No clue.
You would just be taking an absolute shot in the dark.
I would just guess. I would put my hand in a hat and then pick out a name, and it would probably be the Spurs.
Hey man, that's impossible, man. I'm going with I'm gonna go with the who I think is gonna win or who I want to win.
I guess you'd say both, right?
Yeah, I guess who I kind of want to win. It'd be so cool to see Portland somehow win a championship. So you could see Carmelo Anthony win a championship. I'm sure our boy Nick V would appreciate that.
Oh, Nicky.
Oh, Nick V, man. Hope you listen to the podcast, buddy. Just gotta send you a T-shirt.
Yeah, going off. I'm a fan.
Yeah, that boy Nick V always going off, but yeah, I would like to see Portland win because I like Damian Lillard for a long time, and I wouldn't mind, of course, seeing LeBron win another ring.
He might as well.
He might as well, man. Feel bad for him. All the ridicule of being a billionaire.
Being the best basketball player. I don't know. I don't really follow basketball too much, honestly.
Enough to say he's the best over Michael Jordan?
Over Michael Jordan? I don't know. I feel like he definitely has a different body type. He can just run over people compared to, I don't know if Michael Jordan ever played like that.
No, he was finesse, bro. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was more finesse. I mean, LeBron has finesse, but he's built like a damn linebacker.
He could just run straight through someone if he wanted to. That's ridiculous.
But LeBron could have been like the greatest wide receiver ever if he wanted to. But that wouldn't have made him a billionaire.
Yeah, he went after the money.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people could do. Why not? You could rent happiness. I don't know if you could buy it.
Well, and I stopped trying to have the Michael Jordan argument with people because I'm not even old enough to have seen Michael Jordan.
I've never seen Michael Jordan play a single game in my entire life.
And I tried watching the documentary that everyone was saying it was
freaking
so good,
out. My dad was freaking out about it.
It was boring, dude. It was so boring. LeBron's documentary is gonna shit on that. I guarantee that. LeBron, if there's one thing this man knows about, is fucking media. The only reason, listen, I'm gonna go as far as to say that Michael Jordan would have just been like a Larry Bird or a Magic Johnson if he didn't have the fucking Air Jordan. That changed him.
The whole brand.
That changed everything because
you got the swagger.
I know there's gonna be so many people pissed off because I don't even really know what I'm talking about. But God, fuck Michael Jordan, dude. Fucking asshole, dog. I mean, I respect him as a winner, and I respect him as a competitive athlete, beast, monster. But he sounds like he's a huge fucking asshole. He didn't take care of his kids. All he did was gamble and drink and
fucking win things.
Fuck hookers.
Yeah, probably.
Got his dad killed.
What?
That's what they say, man. That's why he had to leave the basketball scene for a while.
He had to go try baseball for a little bit.
He had to go try baseball, man. Yeah. Imagine LeBron, man, going and trying to play on the Cleveland Browns.
Pretty funny. I heard maybe the guy from Texas Tech could do it. The quarterback? He just won a Super Bowl.
Mahomes?
You don't think he can play some baseball?
Oh, I think he could, but he's already the fucking best quarterback. He's going to be the best quarterback of all time.
He's already got it made.
He's going to be the GOAT, man. He moved Whataburger to Kansas City.
Good move. They deserve some Whataburger.
Dude, Whataburger, like, if you've never had it, man.
Superior.
I mean,
a superior burger.
It's just like
for your late
Mama's
out.
Kitchen for us because we've been eating it our whole lives.
If you're fucking tipsy, if you're hammered,
yeah, Whataburger after a game.
Yep.
Fire, dude. No, you know what hits after a game is a sandwich. It's just a ham and cheese sandwich. That motherfucker goes crazy after you've been out there. Some orange slices.
Yep. Throw some chips in there.
There's always the mom who brought those through. Everyone take a bag. Hey, she would bring you a damn whole bag. Had a banana in there. Some of those Scooby Doo gummy snacks.
After just playing for 7 hours.
And they just cheer for you. That's their only job. Yeah.
Now you can do anything really, and I guess they would cheer for you. They have signs up where that says like, don't get mad at the coaches or don't get mad at the umpires. It's soft. It's soft over there.
It's soft, but looking back on it, like I like the other day I was watching these videos of like little league ejections and shit, and little league fights, and I was just like, some of these parents are so fucking annoying.
Oh yeah, for sure. I umpired a couple of games, and multiple games got out of hand just because one coach or one parent just wanted to be that douche that. You know, they have the louder voice. They're going to yell. They're going to get on people's nerves. I had coaches almost fight, and, like, all of the kids were crying. Like, I remember seeing this. I remember looking out on the field, and every single kid was crying. The coaches were, like, in each other's faces. And one coach was like, this is your fault, and was pointing at me. And I was like, oh, this.
Oh, damn.
I mean, I am the umpire, but I didn't tell y'all to fight. I didn't tell y'all to make this display in front of children.
Yeah, I never did the umpire life, man.
I hated it. It was BS. The money was cool. It was cash, but it was bullshit.
Nah, man. I just remember that back in the day, some parents would like get into it, like this team versus that team.
Yeah, like
the time.
They take it pretty far.
Especially when we go against it was like because we would play on teams that had a lot of Mexican kids. So there'd be a lot of Mexican parents sometimes, and then every once in a while it was two Mexican teams against each other, and that shit got out of hand.
It would get rowdy.
Those games would get physical. The players didn't like each other.
It's really just a shit talking fest out there, and then you're trying to hit a baseball every once in a while. Mainly shit talking.
I mean, every single baseball player is like a comedian.
Yeah, they could probably if they push themselves a little bit.
You're just standing out there. Like, you have to have some funny in you.
So you're saying something. It could be the worst thing ever, and you're still going to say it just to say it.
And you could be the worst player ever. And you're still like
You want him out there because he can talk shit.
You want him out there because he's funny as fuck. Hell yeah. Nah, so yeah, we played on a bunch of baseball teams together.
Yeah. Used to play... I remember freshman baseball was in the mornings for some reason. That was fucking ridiculous. Like,
yeah, we'd have to go out there in the morning. Yeah, shit was crazy, man. But baseball for life, man. We went out there the other day. We had some fun. Hit some ground balls to each other and
threw the ball
around, man.
Lived the old little league dream.
I was just thinking, like, I was telling Dave this earlier, man. Like, when I have a kid, they're going to play sports or do some type of team activity.
I would like them to, yes.
Because, gosh, like...
That would be preference.
Well, now that I've been out in the regular world for a little bit and you meet people who were never on a team or never played a sport, they're different types of people.
Yeah, their mentality is all different. They don't...
Fucking band nerds. No, I was playing. In computer science.
I don't know if I'll ever... I dated a band nerd, or not a really band nerd, but she was in band. And I don't know. I don't think I'll ever do it ever again in my entire life.
Well, and I'm not saying that you have to play sports through high school. Just somewhat, just plan for even a couple years. It just teaches you a lot about life, in my opinion. I mean, damn.
There's a lot of ups and downs that come in the game that will probably come in life.
Well, when you learn how to deal with failure and having all the attention on you and pressure on yourself and practicing and being successful from practicing, it's just important, man. I think it was really important for my life. And even now, like, still staying somewhat active, at least lifting weights every once in a while and like doing
you gotta
stuff
keep moving. You gotta keep moving.
is so important, man, for your mentality. Like I don't know. I don't get how some people, they don't do anything ever.
Yeah, there's a certain, I guess, high that comes from working out that people, they get addicted to maybe, but I would say that's a good thing to chase. It's a runner's high, like working out, you're just sweating a bunch.
I mean, even if you just go fucking walking every day and you don't do that before, you're gonna feel something.
Yep.
I promise you that.
I've put my steps in the past months. More steps than I've ever taken in my entire life delivering packages.
So do you ever feel like, it's a pretty good workout?
Every day.
Yeah,
some days I've been the sorest I've ever been in my life. And I was like, I don't know.
Because how many hours are you pulling a week?
Well, we do them every 2 weeks. So last 2 weeks I did 100, I think, 109 in 2 week span. So close to 54.
God damn, motherfucker. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they'll fucking work you. Like, they don't play.
And this man still showed up to do the podcast. That's how dedicated he is.
They don't play there. They'll get you hours.
So the money's been pretty good.
I like it. Hasn't been bad to me.
Because for a while, were you out of work?
Yeah, kind of I was mainly doing substitute teaching. And that paid okay. I was maybe thinking about going a teaching route for a little bit. But the kids never went back to school after spring break. They got like a big break from the corona.
And so did you ever get unemployment or no?
I looked at it as to like how much I would get, but I didn't think it was really that worth it. So
you just started working?
Yeah, I just started working.
Because that was in like what 1 month did you start working? In April?
Yeah, I would say in April, right around April.
Yeah, he's been going strong. He's been healthy.
Yeah, I mean, they have all the, wash your hands, stay 6 feet away. There's actually people that get pretty, I guess, uptight about it. One guy, like, I was walking, it's a big factory, so I was walking across the factory.
Yeah. And
he did not want to be near me. Like, he kept backing up, and I had my mask on. I was using hand sanitizer. I don't know. It's kind of hurt my feelings a little bit,
Yeah,
I'm not some
just
monster.
really on guard, but damn, like I wouldn't be working in the warehouse in that situation. Then I would just try and do the delivery.
The delivery, yeah.
Because you're gonna be around a lot
different.
more people in a warehouse.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that are in there.
That job seems tough.
Indoors, it's the new one is like AC. I know the one in closer to Austin. They did not really have any strong AC inside, so it was hot. Like everyone was sweating.
These germs are building up, man.
It was gross.
Yeah, fuck that. I've known quite a few people who said working there as that job, as the stock. What is it called?
I don't really know.
On the assembly or on the line. You're pretty much on the line. That job sucks ass. Working in the warehouse. I'm
sure it doesn't seem that fun. I mean, at least with deliveries, you're driving somewhere. You get to see a neighborhood. You get to maybe talk to some people.
It's like having to be at HEB and being the cart guy, versus being a bagging guy. Yeah. Because like, I would always see the people out there. HEB is a grocery store, by the way, for those of y'all that don't know. You'd always see the people out there. They're gathering all the carts in the parking lot, and it's fucking 110 degrees. Miserable. And in Texas, on that hot asphalt, it's about 120 degrees. Oh, they'll get It's either that or it's so cold. Mm-hmm. And motherfuckers aren't nice about their baskets in Texas. They be leaving them all over the place. Put them as far away as they can. You had that job too, right? Yeah, in San Antonio. And I did it, and the HEB was on a hill, so I had to push carts up a hill, and it was bullshit. It was a kind of like on the more ghetto side of town too? It wasn't the best side of town, yeah. It wasn't the best. I mean, it was unique. But yeah, man. So we might hop into the advice portion soon already. It's already been almost 30 minutes. The advice portion? Yeah. I don't know what type of advice I could give. I don't know. Barely made it in this world. Barely opening up my eyes and seeing new horizons. These people keep it simple. You know, a lot of them are first date type advice. Yeah, they're younger than us. You know what I mean? I think that's what I'm planning on. I haven't really read through these 2 emails. I just picked them because they were kind of long. Oh, so yeah, we'll see. We're about to jump into the advice. So, where is it? Okay, we'll start out with this one. So, she wants to stay anonymous, so we're not going to mention anything about her name. So she says the title of the email is, "Am I being selfish and disrespectful?"
Well, let's see.
So, you want me to? I'll read this first one. You read the second one.
Sure.
Good. So she says, okay, it is a girl. She says, "Hi, Jamari. First of all, I wanted to let you know that I am a big fan of your channel. Well, I appreciate it. Not only that, but okay. So she talks about me for a while. Anyways, I'm a 26-year-old female. My ex and I have been together starting when I was 17 in 2011. So 9-year relationship.
Yeah, this is long, very long.
And breaking up at the end of 2017. We have a daughter together who turns 7 within a month. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole unique relationship there.
Well, I wonder where this is going to go.
Yeah.
I want to say that I'm pretty lucky to have the baby daddy that I have, even though things ended up not working out between us. On Facebook, it's so common to see girls I went to high school with talking shit about their fathers of their children. Yeah, I see that too.
It happens. Yeah, it happens.
Well, because, I mean, it's pretty, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything, okay? Okay. And it's so common. She sees them talking shit and about how trash they are and terrible parents to the child. I'm lucky enough that me and my ex get along fantastically, and he's a spectacular father. Okay, so where's the problem?
Where are you being selfish?
He's a really good friend. Just when we were together, we made each other crazy. Okay. When we talk about our past problems nowadays in retrospect, we can see that a lot of it had to do with how young we were and how we didn't realize how much we had to learn about relationships and how to fuel our own inner happiness. Well, yeah, because when you're that age...
I guess you really don't know exactly, even what you want out of a relationship. Maybe even the definition of love. I mean, people define love different ways. I don't know.
Well, and you're still learning about yourself for a really long time. I mean, even now...
You're barely getting into the game,
Yeah, like we're both 23. And about to be 24, but I mean, I still change all the time and learn new shit all the time. I don't think that's ever
almost every day.
But yeah, y'all went through that phase together from like where you're not really an adult to where you are super adult, and then y'all had a kid together. So that
it's even a whole lot of responsibility that was just put on you at a young age, I guess.
Yeah, so that is a lot of pressure on y'all's relationship.
It's a ton.
That's not easy.
Have a lot of weight.
So both my ex and I have significant others. Oh wait, no, she wasn't done. If that makes sense. Okay, but we will always have particular love for one another, even if it isn't romantic at all. We have respect and forgiveness towards each other at the very least, and that's the best case scenario for our daughter in my eyes. Oh yeah, of course. You don't want your daughter to grow up and think that her parents don't like each other.
Right. Yeah, it'd be strange.
I mean, I've known a lot of people who had what I would call like a broken household where like they didn't talk to one of their parents or like just like both their parents weren't supportive, whatever it was, and seeing how it affects people.
It affects them differently, yeah.
I mean, gosh, that's something that affects someone for the rest of their life, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've never really. My parents are together, however, they've had kids with someone else before they met, so I have 2 half brothers, and I would say it's kind of affected them not having both of their parents I guess get along and stuff like that, because it definitely does affect people differently if they don't have those 2 key figures in their life.
Yeah, and especially if they think they're always beefing, they think they have to choose between the 2 of them. That's never good.
Yeah, I would doubt that would be helpful.
Yeah, so she says, both my ex and I have significant others we've been with for a year and a half or so each. Okay, so y'all both jumped into the relationship. So I wonder who jumped in first.
Yeah, I mean...
The other person might have just jumped in with, with retaliation.
Just to make each other.
Yes. My ex and I are still friends, and we like to spend time once in a while where we're together. When it's him, it's her, him, and the daughter. That makes sense. That's probably tough for those other significant others. I mean, That's a tough place to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
tough to have to deal with it. But mostly for my daughter's sake. But we like to chit chat and vent about life to each other too. The thing is, he has to sneak out in order to have these small moments with us. Oh, so it is a problem. That's not good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess any sneaking around can be thought of as not good, but
I mean, just based on that, do you think the new girlfriend is wrong for that request? I assume that's
have
why he's
y'all
just sneaking around.
maybe asked that, hey, he wants to see his child, or
Yeah, let's see what she says. Yeah, if the girlfriend catches him spending time with me and my daughter, or even my daughter and me and my family as well, she goes ballistic and blows up his phone and calls instantly. She doesn't want him to spend time with us apart from the family at all. It irritates me because we co-parent, so of course he has to interact with me every once in a while. Well, maybe you need to... I mean, if you really want this whole thing to work and to have significant others and everything that are heavily involved in your life, so you probably need to have her over. Like,
you probably need to have that conversation. Yeah, maybe. I don't have any children at the moment, but I'd assume it's very complex to deal with those type of situations. Whether you're separated with the parent and now y'all have other significant others that maybe are a little jealous, but you know, you're just there for the child at the end of the day.
yeah, y'all have a job to do.
Yeah, it's you want to make the best life for them, best environment. You know, you can't really be arguing in front of a kid. I think that affects them a little bad. You know, not great.
So she says, then again, we don't see each other for but a few minutes to pass our daughter back and forth for the respective weeks she stays with each of us. We like to sit around and chill for a couple hours all together once in a while. Keep in mind my mom, stepdad, brother, and baby sister are all wandering around the common area of the casa we're chilling in too. Okay, so, I mean, the other thing is you already have a boyfriend, so she really shouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, it's a lot of weird jealousy stuff going on, and jealousy is, you know, it's a weird emotion that everyone feels, and it can push people to do some stuff that, you know, they maybe would have not done when they were normal thinking.
Yeah, to act inappropriately and to treat people treat people bad.
It's a very weird emotion that
or at least to think like, oh, they must be up to something,
right,
when you really aren't.
Right. It can definitely push you to think those kind of things.
So she says, is it weird / sketchy / rude for me to spend time with my ex like this? It makes my daughter happy, and her father and I are on good terms. It's a great chill time. So it sometimes enrages me when his little girlfriend... Oh, she didn't say little. She didn't say little. I threw that there. When his girlfriend throws a fit. That little bitch. Or are we being disrespectful to his girlfriend's feelings? For me, I'm biased, since I enjoy my ex's company as a friend and because my daughter is always so happy when we're both hanging out with her together. I'd love to hear your honest opinion, Jamari, because I go between just being so aggravated by his GF and other times wondering if maybe she has the right to be upset. I mean, don't get me wrong, if she wants to, in the back of her head, be a little bit jealous and a little bit mad, fine. But you shouldn't, when there's a kid involved and you care about that man...
It's not like y'all are hanging out, you know, and going on dates romantically. I mean, y'all are doing it for the kid, right? Y'all are going to parks. Y'all are taking the kid to see a movie and stuff.
And that's important for the development of your child. I mean, they still want to think that you guys have at least a somewhat civil relationship.
Right. That they're not arguing every day and stuff. And the way I see it, I mean, it's not even you and the dad that's in the arguments. I mean, y'all have a fine relationship. It's other people, you know, the other little girlfriends, the other significant others. I don't know. They're upset, but you'll have a kid, you know. It's a life. It's a soul. They're gonna grow up and remember things, and eventually, hopefully, take care of y'all when they get older.
Yeah. So, I don't think you're in the wrong at all. I think you have every right to be aggravated by the situation. I don't know the whole story, but maybe she just feels, you know, what is it called? Like insecure a little bit, and
probably.
But what is it called? Like like her relationship is inferior compared to y'all's. I mean, y'all had a 7-year relationship.
Yeah,
It's a long time.
It's
a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. So
Right.
I get where she's coming from, but I gotta agree with you on this one.
So I don't think y'all are doing anything that is crossing a line. There's no, romantic, I guess, dates or anything. It's kind of, you're here for the child at this point.
Well, and it seems like there's not romantic feelings either. It's more just like, I'll always love you because we spend so much time together. I mean, goddamn, we have a kid together. So, of course, you're always going to love that person somewhat. At the end of the day, I think you're right. Thank you for your email. And,
Gracias.
Yeah, gracias. Moving on.
I'm reading this one.
Yeah, here, I'll just put this on this side.
Alrighty. Time to popcorn read.
Nope. There you go. You're going to have to read it from that side.
Alrighty. So, this one is titled Relationship Issue. I don't know if I can say their name.
Yeah, let's just keep him anonymous.
Keep him anonymous.
You can just skip past the first line.
Says, so I met this girl. We would give her the name Lydia. That's a nice name. Back last November. She was coming out of her unbeknownst to me.
Her hoe phase, I think.
Oh, and she had baggage of emotional damage. When I met her, everything was fine and we just vibed. Every time we talked, I'm a gift giver. And on our first date, I was surprised her with some brand new Uggs. Alrighty.
Hey, man, you can't be doing that on the first date.
On the first one, playa. All right.
You can't be doing that, man. You're saying the tone wrong for the whole relationship.
For the first one, yeah, you should. Maybe a nice dinner. All right. Because I seen how hard she was working and doing school at the same time. We spent 7 hours in the fair together.
In the fair, I think.
The fair together. Huh. And
so he took it to the fair.
The fair.
And they spent 7 hours
I understand now.
Middle school swag?
That's a long fair date. There we had multiple dates. Okay. We got a resort for a night and had
No, from there they had multiple dates.
After the fair.
After the fair, yeah.
I understand.
Right?
I think so. This is a little
confusing wording here, man. Okay, go ahead.
Next time we'll spell check and we'll do everything correct.
So they had a few dates.
We got a restaurant for the night, and
a resort, man. They got a resort for the night.
This man rented a whole restaurant for this girl.
So he's old.
He's older from what I can get.
He's out here getting resorts.
From what I can understand, he's a little older.
Okay, so they got a resort for the night. Go ahead.
And had some cook in front of the style food. It was expensive date we paid for. Never once did we even claim a relationship because it never felt like it. It was equal partner for the most part. She would come over when we made time for each other, and we would usually eat and do something fun like go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, this guy's all over the place.
What? Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, they got all right pizza, but that's a little. You do have kids?
Dude, this guy is all over the place. First, 1 second he's on a romantic resort. The next second he's at Chuck E. Cheese in the ball pit.
Baby. You gotta get them tokens, I guess. Things changed when she got her own place with her best friend since first grade, and I met this girl, Kimmy.
Her best friend since first grade?
Oh,
no, man.
Shit.
They're ready to do some wild shit, man.
Yeah.
The best friend since first grade move?
You met Kimmy for the first time. Kimmy did not like me when she met me because she was jealous of my relationship with Lydia. I spoiled Lydia with gifts because I worked at a health food store and always got freebies. And I went crazy for her for Valentine's Day with a 5-day weekend. Goodness gracious, man. What do you do? What do you do?
You can't have a 5-day weekend. That's a week at that point, man. That's
what is your occupation, sir? You're just throwing racks on this girl.
He's still in college. He says I'd show her around my campus.
This man's got them deep pockets. She was jealous because she seen all through Snapchat and Lydia stopped posting me on her Snap and the things I did for her after a while.
So the friend is jealous.
Friend is jealous. She's like, fuck this guy. I've known you since first grade. I know what you know.
But I guarantee, bro, I'm just calling this right now. She's not jealous. She just thinks you're weird and she doesn't want you around anymore.
She probably doesn't vibe with you, man. You need to get her some Uggs or something. It made me feel weird because I was no longer getting that validation. When I met her friend, I was cool. I brought them some housewarming gifts like paper towels and toiletries and a bunch of assorted useful things.
Come on, man. What's wrong with this guy, man?
That's a lot
You're coming on way too strong,
that's a lot
brother.
That's a lot of gifts, a lot of knickknacks.
For the first time you're meeting someone? And what did you bring her some pads? Did you bring her some toilet paper?
That's too far.
Like, do you like Sportsplex tampons?
Heavy flow. I was trying to make a good first impression. After I left the next day, Lydia sends me a text saying that her friend thought I was nice and all, but did not want me to stay over. I was so shocked. I felt like an idiot. I was just trying to be nice. And next time that I came over was when Corona shut everything down and I came to surprise Lydia with a rose in my mouth and a bag full of groceries to cook.
To cook with. Dude, this guy showed up at her door after she said, I don't want you around.
With
she used her friends as an excuse and he showed up with a rose in his mouth.
This is a strange...
Is this real?
Yeah, are you making this up? Kimmy was so outraged on the inside that I was even there because she did not want me there. And I was just in the kitchen cracking jokes with Lydia and tickling her. All right. About... I was tickling her about me having multiple kids for income tax money, which her roommate felt offended by, but did not say anything.
So now this guy has multiple kids too?
Yeah, this is you're a strange character. I mean, not only do you have kids, but you have some.
I wish I knew how old everyone in this situation
Yeah, I would
was.
like some age ranges.
Because that makes a big difference.
Uh-huh.
But still, you should never do the pop in.
I wouldn't have done the pop in.
With groceries. I mean, you don't know
With
what's
the
going
flour
on there.
and the
She could be
rose thing.
banging some other guy in there.
Yeah, that would be a deep emotion, you know, if you came up across that, you know.
Especially
what
for
knows?
a guy like this that's buying 5-day weekends.
Crimes of passion are real and, you know, they're dangerous. Fast forward the next day, she sent Lydia a text while I dropped her off at work. Oh my
God
Jesus
damn.
Christ, dude.
You're just gonna have to power through this one, Dave. Let me know if you want me to pick it up, because this email's long as fuck.
This is the whole fucking paragraph. Fast forward to the next day, she sent Lydia a text while I dropped her off at work. She ran errands to her with her car, like cleaning it and hanging it with her little brother while she was at work. Her text read she was going to tell me to get the fuck out of her house for the jokes I made the night before and coming over unannounced. This was her first instance. We really had a real test for our relationship. Lydia's first response was to yell at me after I dropped her off at lunch at work before going to pick her a little...
So this guy's riding around in her car picking up her little brother.
Picking up food, hanging out with her little brother.
What's wrong with this motherfucker? I'm sorry, man. I know you're a fan, but damn. You're doing too much, buddy.
This is too much, man. This is strange. This is just strange activity.
Here, I got you. I'll pick it up from here, Dave. I know you've been reading a fucking fat ton. Where is this?
This one is... I think we're right here. He's breaking up. So I broke up with Lydia
So he was dating her. So I broke up with Lydia in the car and sat and she cried at me, begging me to stay the night after all of that, and I drove home, driving 80 miles per hour. I guess that's fast in other places, but that's like pussy speed up here. Yeah, like if you ain't going 90, you're being a pussy.
Get the hell in the
In a blinded rage of anger. Okay, so is yours working?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no, I think it just shut off.
No, man. We haven't been reading the tags.
No, we have. I think it just shut off. We're back, man. We had some technical difficulties, but so he was driving 80 miles an hour with a rage. We were saying that's pussy stuff here in Texas. And let me get this little voice meter shit up. He couldn't see shit, bro. His fucking vision was blurry.
Ripping the steering wheel.
So weeks later, I was out at the store shopping with the girl I worked with because I hate going shopping alone. And Lydia calls me and I tell her I'm with another girl. And her first reaction is that she knew I had a history with, and she... What? I'm going to restart. Weeks later, I was out at the store shopping with the girl I worked with because I hate shopping alone. And Lydia calls me and I tell her I'm with another girl. And her first reaction is that she knew I had history with this girl and she goes off on me. I hurry and check out and I instantly go home and she yells at me. After yelling at me, I instantly felt regret and I didn't want to tell her the truth after 2 hours of getting yelled at because I was scared.
What is the truth?
I don't know. I was not with the girl I said I was with. It was just a friend I work with at AmeriCorps. Oh. So he just saying it to make her jealous.
Oh, nice. The jealousy thing, man, you know, it'll get to people.
I would just say it's none of your business. I would drop that.
Rolling with the homie.
Yeah, I was hanging out with Molly, but it's really none of your business, you know? I couldn't sleep all night, and I sent her a long message from my notes in the morning. We made up the next day, and she said it would take a while to bring back her trust. But you guys weren't dating.
Yeah, it was all strange relationship.
Remember, she said that incident was cheating. So she thinks that was cheating, just hanging out with another girl.
Shopping. I mean,
you're the one that lied about it, though, fucker.
Sounds like all of y'all's dates were shopping.
Yeah.
So it could be in her mind, you know. It was like, hey, we go shopping together.
Yeah, maybe. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
You usually buy me shit.
Where are my next Uggs? These old ones are getting dusty.
Okay, so fast forward, we constantly had issues over it, and it all strained our relationship because nothing felt the same. One time in January, Lydia went out to see a movie with her friend from high school, and she did not tell me about it until afterwards. So she went on a date.
Nice.
It sounds like. Did he have a dig?
It sounds like she's going on a date.
They did go to see the movie, but she did not think to tell me about it in 4 hours without texting me. Damn, that's tough.
Nice.
And I knew she was out of class. She did that before the situation with the girl at the store, which I compared that to. Oh, her situation's way worse. She went on a date. Mm-hmm. You just went to shop.
You're just shopping.
With someone that wasn't even who you were really shopping with.
Yeah, you're just...
We got another resort.
Jesus. What do y'all both do?
And it was my 21st, so I bought a bunch of liquor. Okay, nice. So they're young.
They're young, pretty young.
To be buying resorts and shit?
I know.
I was broke as fuck.
I barely went to a hotel when I was down there.
Yeah, man. Maybe, like, you rent a hotel for the day?
I definitely wasn't buying any girls' Uggs. Fuck no.
Yeah. They might be lucky if they get a snow cone. So I bought a bunch of liquor, and she brought edibles, which was a muffin. I don't smoke weed, so I didn't realize it would affect me so much.
Oh,
this boy was levitating.
Boy.
He had an out of body experience.
You bit off more than you could chew there.
He didn't know it would affect him so much, and since she does smoke, she should have known to warn me. Yeah, she should have.
Yeah, she's screwed.
She did that on purpose.
She wanted to give you the truth serum.
So I ate half of it and tweaked for 7 hours. Damn, this boy was running around naked. Man. And by the time I woke up, my birthday was over. Oh, not his birthday. Oh, man. I didn't get to enjoy even being drunk on my B-day. Wow, man. Dude, I'm trying to be sympathetic, but I don't care, man.
I mean...
Did you get drunk on your 21st birthday?
Not like drunk. I mean...
On my 21st birthday, I went to an Astros game with my family, so I didn't get drunk.
Yeah, I didn't get like super drunk, but
I feel like cause like all the times I was really drinking when I was like 18 through 20 maybe. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I'm not
You weren't supposed to be doing it, right? So
it was
like fun.
I mean, every once in a while, like I'll have some drinks or whatever, and it's fun. But that's when I used to try and like, oh, I'm gonna drink a bunch tonight.
I would show more sympathy, but to me, I'm more of a weird person, you know. So I would probably love it being, you know, stoned on my 21st than.
Yes. Yeah.
I just prefer being high.
Yes, cannabis to alcohol. Yeah, I mean, I guess to each their own. I mean,
to each their own, man.
Because imagine he's never smoked weed in his whole life.
Never smoked, and
yeah, that's fucked. I won't lie. That is.
Volcano.
Be honest, that is kind of fucked up. It'd be one thing. You know what? You're right. Because it'd be one thing if you just didn't get to get drunk, whatever. But she also got you super fucked up.
She knew this is gonna hit.
She wanted to shut you the fuck up. She's like, shut the fuck up. So this continued his unhappiness. I rarely came over to her house after that because her roommate was always tripping and everything just spiraled down. And eventually in June, she kept telling me how unhappy she was, so I broke up with her. She instantly regretted it. That's all this chick does is instantly regret it. Well, you're the man with the plan, dude. You're going on to resorts. I mean, you could get all the resorts. You could get a lot of chicks. To be honest with you,
you have chicks. It sounds like you got a black book ready.
I wanted a threesome for my 21st birthday, he says.
You got high.
And it was always my dream to have one. And by the time I finally found out the girl who would give permission, she said it was okay to have the threesome together with a girl. What?
I don't really understand. We should have had this email maybe transcribed.
I think what he's trying to say is that she finally agreed to have his dream threesome on his 21st birthday, and it didn't happen.
Nice.
We made no rules at all, and in the morning, I tried to wake Lydia up, and she rolled over, refusing because I tickled her. This motherfucker is a
tickling, man?
It's a tickle monster, dog.
Cut the tickling.
Stop tickling people. You're 21 years old, man. You're doing going to Chuck E. Cheese, tickling bitches, walking around campus.
Chuck E. Cheese has gotta go.
Come on, man. So I turned to the girl, and she wanted to do it before she left. Oh, so they had a threesome while he was high off the edible.
Yeah. I mean, sounds like a pretty good birthday.
Yeah, I mean, goddamn, dude. Your birthday sounds fucking
sounds like
dope.
You accomplished your dream.
And
you
so,
got fucking stoned as shit.
Okay, so they woke up after this long night. He rolls over, looks at his girl. She's not waking up. He turns to his other girl, and she wants to have sex with him again, which is crazy. Listen, man.
Good birthday. I don't know what to do. Was this relationship advice? Which one do you want a relationship with?
This can't be real. And Lydia woke up to the bed rocking. This sounds like a porn, dude.
This was a weird kind of porno ending. And I think this guy just wanted to write this erotic kind of thing that he had going.
He says, mind you, we were single while this happened, and she still called this cheating. If I was in this situation, I would feel terrible, but I'm not bisexual, so I would never be in that situation. He puts with a laughing face. So I guess she's bi. That changes things a little bit. This further strained us, and then the finale came at the beginning of July. Dude, you do seem like the type of guy to see your life as a movie, so I'm not surprised that you call it a finale.
Good finale, yeah, it is.
You sound like your life is lit, though, dude.
It sounds not bad.
Your life sounds decent.
You're complaining about a threesome.
You getting chicks, you're having threesomes, you're going to resorts. If I went to a resort at 21, my parents would have said, what the fuck? So Lydia came over one day and she was acting strange. I asked her what was up and she didn't want to tell me at first. I eventually got to know, and she explained that her roommate's boyfriend, Jake, was actually moving in and staying every other night since they moved in.
Oh, no.
Which I was really not allowed to do because her roommate wouldn't take the chance to get to know me. So Lydia said they had a house meeting without her and said she would still be paying for half of the rents even though this guy was moving in. They wouldn't compromise by doing a little bit of lawn. Okay, so she's still having to pay half the rent. All he's going to do is do the lawn work, and he would pay 2/3 of the electricity bill. Okay. Well, what advice do you need?
Yeah, I don't understand the advice.
I think he just wanted to tell his story.
It's a weird erotic story. I mean, it was difficult to read.
It was entertaining for sure,
I
but I guess he's trying to say, where does he move from here? Honestly, you need some help.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just leave this person. Maybe you find a new person. There's a lot of people in this world.
Well, and I think that you're looking for all the wrong things in a relationship. Like, or you're not looking for it, but you're like making your relationship about all the wrong things. Like, he's making it about material objects, trips,
Ugg boots,
threesomes.
Which,
dude, these are not. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want to live your life like that, you want to have those types of relationships, that's fine. But I'm just not that type of person.
They probably won't be long lasting.
Like you're probably
won't spend the rest of your life.
You're probably gonna keep running into these types of problems.
Yeah, I mean, that's the freaky life, you know. That's what the route people want to go, I guess.
Yeah. So one person that wrote in completely sensible. The other person that wrote in crazy.
It was a strange email.
I mean, I appreciate you for all the support and everything, man. Taking the time
to tell us a story. It honestly sounds like you had a lit birthday.
He says I follow him on Twitter.
Oh, I was sitting there with a little tweet.
So I'll
happy birthday.
Hopefully you watch this, man. But yeah, that does it for the advice segment. This has just been our first podcast. We're gonna be working out the kinks for a long time. We're gonna have a video component. eventually, but I didn't have the memory card and shit. Yeah, Dave has to do his big face reveal. And
I will stay anonymous until
but
I perish off this earth.
the whole point of the podcast, guys, is just supposed to almost seem like you're just chilling with two guys at the bar. Just have conversations about anything.
Free and open convo, whatever you would like to speak about.
Anti-PC, don't give a fuck.
There's very little, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No filter.
No filter.
Yeah, no filter. I mean, that's how we want the podcast to be. Eventually, we want, or at least, I mean, I hadn't even told Davis, but I want this podcast to be big, man. I want a lot of people to enjoy it and to get some relief out of it, especially during these fucked up times.
Yeah. I mean,
so yeah, that's why I called my boy Dr. Dave in. I want to thank him for coming in today, man. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next week. Is there anything you want to say? Any shout outs you want to give or anything?
Shout out Jeff Bezos. No.
I knew it, man. Shout out Bezos. That's the employer. Shout out Bezos. Shout out Susan Wojcik.
Shout out Susan.
And
shout out these emailers that took their time to write us a lengthy story.
Yeah, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you tune in next time, and we're only gonna get better from here on out.
Only upwards.
All right, we'll catch you guys later. Peace out.